CC family, it's Dawn Marie with Custom Comfy Crochet, and today we're going to learn how to make this beautiful rice stitch pattern. It's very easy, beginner friendly, lots of fun to do. Using a variegated yarn really makes this stitch fun. I don't know about you, but sometimes when you're making blankets or you're making repetitive things and a lot of them, it just gets hard to look at the same color. So using a variegated stitch is one way to really keep your mind active when you're crocheting and you want to just stop. Okay, so this is a great pattern for that. Like I said, it is beginner friendly, but if you don't know how to crochet, or you're so new to crochet that it's hard to hold your hook or to hold your yarn, I do have a beginner video below that can help with all that. Or if you're not familiar with the stitches that we're using today, that can help as well. Okay, and I would like to ask, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notify me bell below so you can get notified of my future videos. And please share. That helps so much for YouTube content creators. When you share their videos, that helps more than anything. So I really appreciate it when you guys do that. Okay, so let's get into the material. So for today, I'm using a 4.25 millimeter hook, or a size G. I am using a mandala variegated yarn. It's Lion brand, and it just changes color softly as it goes. As you can see, it went from like a lighter blue, dark gray, lighter gray, lighter gray, lighter gray, you know. So these look really pretty, or even the variegated yarns that change colors really quickly look good with this stitch as well. This makes a beautiful blanket. It makes a beautiful shawl. It makes a beautiful scarf. You can make anything with this. And right now I am working on a scarf shawl for this. It's kind of bigger than a scarf, so it's just kind of a shawl that you would place over your shoulders and wrap around. I'm going to make it really long, so it'll be perfect for winter. I can wrap it around, put a belt around it. Okay, so that's what you need. You're going to need a pair of scissors and a darning needle for the end of whatever you're using this for. But you're not going to need them often. And of course, you could use your hook to work in your ends if you chose to do so. Okay, so let's get into the tutorial. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to make a slip knot. And then we're going to chain an odd number. So whatever you're deciding to do for this project, just make sure that you measure it out and you decide exactly how long you want to be, and then make sure that it's an odd number of chains, okay? So for this, I'm going to start off with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We're going to start off with 19. Just going to do a small little swatch here for you to see. And then what we're going to do is into the third chain from the hook, we're going to put a double crochet. So right here is where our yarn's coming out of. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So in the third chain from the hook, we're going to put a double crochet. And this chain of 2 does not count, that we just skipped, does not count as a stitch. And then you're going to put a double crochet in each stitch as you go along. And I like to keep the stitches for this loose, but not too loose. And that's because this is going to be worked in front and back post double crochets. So we want to work around these. So I don't want them really super tight. So if you are a very tight crocheter, just try to loosen up your tension a little bit. Try to relax your shoulders and your arms and your hands, and just crochet a little bit loosely. Okay, So we've got our double crochet in our last stitch here. This might be a little loose, so I'm just going to tighten that up. And this is a 1 row repeat. So what I'm about to show you is going to be repeated throughout every row, okay? So now you're going to chain 1 and you're going to turn your work. And in your first space right here, you're going to put a half double crochet. And then you're going to start doing front and back double crochet around your post here. So what we're going to do is we're going to work a front post double crochet. So to do that, you're going to yarn over and you're going to go like this around this post. So when you hear that, what they're saying by post is basically just the previous double crochet. Then you're going to pull your hook through and then you're going to work a double crochet just like you normally would. Every row starts with this half double crochet and starts with a front post, okay? Then you're going to go and do a back post. So to do a back post is literally what it sounds like. You're going to yarn over and you're going to go from the back around this post, pull your yarn through, go through 2, go through 2 for a double crochet. And again, now you're going to go and do a front post. So to do a front post, you're going to go around like this with your hook. So technically it's kind of confusing because you're really still going to the back of the stitch, but it's where you're going with your hook. So instead of going to the back with your hook, you're going through the front this way, okay? To do a front post double crochet. And then you're going to do a back. So yarn over and go through the back and go around that double crochet. So I'm going to get kind of really close to the camera so that you can see. I'm yarning over, I'm going from behind and around the front like this and pulling it through. Okay, so again, yarn over, going through the back and around, pull through, pull up, go through 2, go through 2. And that's just what you're doing, front and back all the way down. So again, now we're going to do the front post double crochet. And now we're going to do the back. And now we're going to do a front. And now we're going to go through the back. And if you've never done these kind of stitches, I would suggest that you just practice and do a swatch just like I'm doing until you get it and it becomes really secondhand nature to you, okay? So again, front post and back post double crochet. Again, front and back. And front and back. And then in this last one here, we're going to work a front post double crochet. Just like this. So you should end on a front post double crochet. And then what we have left here is we still have 1 stitch left and it's kind of hard to see. Turn it on its side and you're going to see a little V here. And you're going to work a half double crochet right under that V. Just like you would work a regular stitch. And do your half double crochet. And that's how you end and start every row. So again, chain 1, turn your work. Now you're going to start again with a half double crochet in your first stitch right here. And then just like before, you're going to start with a front post double crochet. and then a back post double crochet. And then a front post. And a back post. And as you can see with the way that it's lined up, and this is from doing the odd numbers and doing the half double crochets and starting the way that we did, you can see that we're alternating something different with each one. So in the next one, I'm going to work a front post around this previous one, and it's a back, and it looks like a back post from here. So you see you're just alternating it to catch it, and that's what it makes it look like the rice stitch. Okay, so again, front post double, and then back. And again, front and back. And front and back. And I think it's easier to work the front and back post double crochets as you get further on than it was when you did your first row. Okay, so we do a front here, and then a back, and then you should end on a front post. Now, this is where the only part that can get a little bit confusing, and that's because this previous half double crochet and this post tend to kind of want to run together. So sometimes you might want to spread it out with your fingernail or your finger there, or even your crochet hook, but you definitely want to end on a front post double crochet. So you're going to go around this right here and pull up and do a front post double crochet. And then you have this one stitch left, and turn it over on its side so you can see the V, and right through there you're going to work a half double crochet. Okay, and then you would chain one, turn your work, start with a half double crochet, and then a front post double crochet and a back post and a front post, and then you would just keep going, and you would keep doing that and make it just as big as you need for your project. So like I said, this is a really easy, fun beginner project for people. All it is just getting down those front and back post double crochets, and this is a great stitch to get used to that, and it just turns out so lovely. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this. If you need any help or you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I definitely try to reach everyone if they need any help. You can comment, of course, below on my YouTube channel, but if you don't want to do that, you can email me. My Gmail's below, as well as my Facebook, my TikTok, my Instagram. It's all down there, so you can find me everywhere and anywhere, and I'll get back with you. Or if you want to share your finished work, I'd love to see that as well. Okay, so happy crocheting. I'll see you again soon, guys. Bye-bye.